Hi, this is Gia, and you're listening to Stories About You and Me, where we explore the messy journey of self management towards pursuing your goals.
Today we have Kemry as our guest. Hi, Kemry. How are you doing?
I am good. Pretty much excited.
I'm so excited to have you here as well. And we're gonna be starting off with a new segment that I came up with. Yung sa story sa Instagram that I actually posted. And we're gonna be introducing the hot takes. So basically, yung hot takes, ito yung mga questions from the audience na sila yung gagawa and then I just compile them. I just chose 3 and then may one bonus question kasi ikaw yung una. Ikaw yung unang alay sa hot takes na to. It's not really controversial. So, wag kang mag-alala.
Okay.
Mabait naman ako sa mga pinili kong tanong.
Of course.
So, we're gonna be starting off with who's your biggest or greatest inspiration for music and why?
Ang dami. That's a really hard question. Grabe, tinapon mo ako agad sa sobrang kailangan ko mag-isip. I mean, ako kasi, when I was a little girl, my mom would make me listen to a lot of classic music like Celine Dion, ABBA, the Carpenters, and dun ko na-accumulate yung love for my music until I think I went my own way, and then I discovered like Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, and like the whole pop culture. Tapos dun na nag-start na parang, oh, okay, I think I have a knack for music. Like, meron akong something sa akin na when I hear something, I can hear it all day. Parang obsession na siya.
Yeah.
Ganon.
Si Taylor Swift. Si Taylor
Yeah, Taylor's also then, actually.
Okay. Uy, favorite ko din si Demi Lovato. Sobrang obsessed ako sa kanya sa Camp Rock. Have you watched that?
Yes.
Yung Camp Rock.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sobrang
Favorite ko siya
nostalgic.
doon.
Nostalgic siya.
Yeah, kasi halos lahat ng songs ni Demi. Like, favorite ko talaga. La La Land, ano pa ba yung mga unang kanta niya? Yung la da 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 la da da da.
I remember yung Heart Attack era niya.
Oh, yeah. That's also nice.
I
Yung mga
love that era.
13
Yeah.
yata ng mga songs niya.
Yeah, it's over teenage eras namin. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Wait, I'm actually 24, so
24? You don't look 24.
I'm older than you. I'm your ate.
Oh my gosh.
Since I'm 24.
Really?
Yeah.
You have a baby face.
I do. And I'm also short in real life. So, hindi ako mukhang 24
Ako
talaga.
din. Short din ako in real life, so.
I'm 4'11", girl. I'm that short. Like,
oh, that's cute!
I'm really short, girl. Hindi talaga ako mukhang 24. It's actually a struggle. So, eto naman yung next question natin from the audience. What makes a woman sexy?
Her brain.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the first thing that came up in my mind. Like, how you communicate, how you present yourself and your authenticity. I think that's very sexy for a woman. Like, kahit ako, I'm straight. Like, if you talk to me with substance, I would fall in love with you instantly.
Ang ganda talaga ng boses mo. Ang ganda ng boses mo. Okay. So, for our next question. To be a dancer, do you have to be thin to dance well?
Actually, I idolized so many dancers na no matter how they look. It's just, their body communicates with them. And I think it's just, I guess it's really sad na may ganun talagang thought. But for me lang, no, it's not really about the figure. I think it's the passion and the effort that you put in there. Like, you're dancing, and what matters really lang para sa akin is you're not hurting anyone. So dancing is a form of very very gracious art, and it's not about the figure. I think it's really about your expression, using your body movements.
Yeah, I love that. You know, when I read this comment, ang naalala ko si Paris Gobel. Sobrang galing niya din sumayaw eh. And she's a choreographer for like mga K-pop groups din. And nanalo sila sa World of Hip-Hop eh. Siya yung nag-choreograph. She's pretty sick din
Really?
kasi, pero she's good. She danced yung Make It
Oh.
Bunks. I don't know if you've seen, alam mo yung pre-debut na dance ng Blackpink. Have you seen that one? Yung naka-all
No,
black
because I'm
sila.
not really inclined to K-pop. That's like
Oh,
the
okay.
thing.
Okay, sorry. She's actually like a really good dancer. You can look her up. Sobrang ganda ng mga ano niya, mga choreography niya. She's the person na I admire sa dancing field internationally. Sobrang galing ni Paris Goebel. I super
Might have heard
love
of
her.
name before though, but yeah, look it up.
I'll send it to you right after.
Yeah, of course.
So our last question for this hot take is, are you single daw? Ito yung bonus question.
Yes, I am.
Oh, yan guys, kung gusto niyo maligaw kay Kembri. Somebody really asked this. I didn't make this.
Can I say lang na I was actually expecting that, like kahit ako when I do a Q&As talaga, I'm like, oh, about my love life agad. So it's not really a surprise.
Okay. Ayan. So guys, single pa rin si Cambry. Hindi pa siya taken. May chance pa kayo. Sa mga natutorpe dyan, you're not late. So yung next up, we're gonna be discussing yung content creation as an art form. So, Cambry, as a content creator, how do you build rapport with your audience when dancing and singing in a virtual setup?
Well, first of all, I take the idea away of pressure to, like this is supposed to be fun, you know. First thing is I keep myself always relaxed, and kasi ganun ako para hindi magulo yung isip ko. Kasi I'm much of a scatterbrained type of person. So if I'm in my own extremes na parang I feel nervous or like I'm angry right now or like I'm super happy, even if I'm super happy, like hindi ako makapag-isip. So I have to find that center muna.
Yeah.
And then build something. And yun nga na, I guess I just feel lucky na lang na parang I dub something and then yung mga tao, they're like, oh, I can feel you from the other screen. Like, nakakakuha ako ng comments na parang, you're so good at it. Like, you're so animated. Like, hindi ka filter. But I am using filters. But like, yung mga smooth filters lang ganyan. But I'm not daw using filters and I'm so good at like with the timing. So dun ako nagiging blessed sa kanila na parang, oh, I can connect somehow na kahit di pa nila ako nakita in person. That connection is there, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think yung pinaka-animated sa part ng Facebook, because I've been seeing your videos din is your eyebrows and your eyes. Your eyes kasi parang lagi siyang nakangiti. I think I saw yung dub mo, yung my hands around your neck. You're on the hole, but I love you. I saw your dyan. So I think it's really your eyes and your eyebrows na expressive talaga whenever you create content sa mga dubbing. But I also love yung yung mga singing content mo.
Thanks!
And the dancing content, girl. Sabi ko na nga ba sa'yo kapag kailangan mo ng entertainment, sayo ako dito Kahit ingat, girl. So, do you experience ba yung overflowing creativity? In such situation, what do you do?
I'm oh my gosh, I'm revealing so much of myself here. What I do is I'm not a planner person, but I'm such a go-getter.
Yeah.
Like if I have an idea, I put it there and then I execute it right away. Kasi eventually, hindi ko na siya maiisip. Like parang, ano na lang siya, fleeting moment na parang energy na, oh, this is good. So, ang kulang na lang is I put the effort in it. So, I immediately put the effort there. No matter how overflowing it is. Like, if for me, it can take time or like, pwede kong balikan yung idea, then I take time to it. But if I think na parang, this is something na makakalimutan ko, gawin ko siya agad. So, parang ganun.
I think yun yung difference din ng pagiging creative, no? As compared to other professions. Because when you're a creative, hindi mo siya pwedeng masyadong i-strategize. Because when it's strategized, parang mas limited yung creativity mo Parang mas...
Like you're expecting something anymore. There's no spontaneity.
Yeah.
Parang ganon. Yeah, I totally get it.
And yung creativity mo kasi, parang you need to have that sense of control then with how you express yourself. Kasi ang pangit kapag ka merong set of standards na kailangan ganito yung gagawin mo kapag ka may
Yeah,
ginagawa
you're
ka.
expecting something.
Mhm.
Kasi for me, as a art as a whole thing,
Mhm.
I'd like people to keep in mind that it's not always about the output. It's the process. The journey, how you got there. Parang ganon. That's
Yeah.
art for me.
Yeah.
So, it's not always planning. Meron talaga ideas na hindi mo siya pwedeng i-sit in lang. You have to do it right away. May mga ganun talaga na bursts of energy when you're doing art or like when you're doing content.
I agree. Tapos minsan pag may na-imagine ka rin, I don't know if you have like, if this applies for you sa mga songwriting, pero minsan parang kapag nasa shower ka, pag naglalakad ka, bigla kang may mga ideas that comes into you, then you just want to create that eh.
Yeah. Oh my God, that happened to me several times. Specifically in the shower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dun talaga, girl. Dun talaga yung great ideas kapag nasa shower ka.
Yeah. When I wake up in the morning and then I spend my time on my phone, nakaupo lang ako sa toilet bowl. Nakaupo lang ako din. Tapos magmumuni-muni ako. Tapos pag may maiisip ako, tatayo ako agad, lalabas ako nang isusulat ko na siya.
Yeah.
Tapos a few hours later, parang babalikan ko siya, ano to?
Yeah.
Gano?
Yung magsascribbles ka lang, pero those are really
Yeah.
effective to come up with great ideas. So, if pag songwriting, pero kapag dancing, singing, I think I really agree with you. Yung kung gusto mong gawin mo na agad. Kasi if not, malilimutan mo.
Yeah.
And maganda rin kasi na you're in the space na sobrang passionate ka ba about it. Yung gustong-gusto mo yung kanta.
Yeah.
Kasi the energy radiates eh. Habang
Mm-hmm.
nandun pa yung energy mo, go na.
Nandun ka na sa momentum, go mo na. Like,
Yes.
take that opportunity,
I
do
agree.
it. Yeah.
Do you, considering that you're into singing, dancing, and songwriting, anong ginagawa mo? And what's your take on jack of all trades, master of none?
Damn. For me, it's I'm willing to explore.
Mm-hmm.
And just because people have complimented me, you're good at this, you're good at that, doesn't mean na parang I'll stick to that. I think I'm a type of person that I'm always up for a challenge. Like, depends though, because I'm also very anxious. So parang I have those extremes. Yeah. I love to explore, but at the same time, I'm too skeptical. You know what I'm saying? Like, sobrang scatterbrained ko talaga. Like, napapansin na ata. Parang ganun. For me, it's not a bad thing to have everything and master nothing. I guess, ganun ka lang talaga ka, like, very willing ka lang talaga ma-explore. And eventually, may mahanap ka talaga. Like, kasi, na siya, advantage na siya na parang, you can go here, you can go there. It's good to have several options than having none.
Yeah, I agree. And actually, it's not a bad thing. Kasi, like, nag-dance club din ako, girl, nung bata ako. Nung 15.
Wow.
Parang nag-dance club. And then, nung like, elementary naman, mga singing. And what I found is when you're like a jack of all trades, magagamit mo siya. Like, for dancing, that's when you learn how to use facial expressions. Yun yung tinuro sa amin kapag nagko-compete ka. Kasi your energy is not gonna be the same when you start and by the end. Especially if yung routine is 5 minutes, di mo kaya.
Yeah.
Like, so ang bibigay sa'yo na tip is parang, kung hindi mo kaya, then do facial expressions. Tapos gagalaw-galaw ka na lang. Tapos gagawin mo yung leveling, diba? So, kopyahin mo na lang daw and then mag-facial expressions ka.
Yeah.
So, when you sing, you can use that as well.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Right? So, like, yung mga natutunan ko from other, like, interests that I had before, I use it for public speaking. Yung singing, nagagamit ko for vocal variety. And then yung facial expressions, nagagamit mo pag nagsasalita ka. So, parang it's a mix of those tiny skills that you get from different skills and interests. Tapos, pwede mo siyang mag-compound eh. Pwede mo siyang gamitin in different ways. Kaya, so, maganda rin na maging jack of all trades, especially when you're into the arts. Or
yes, because then people are gonna rely on you and they know that you're very competent and you're very versatile. And pwede ka
Yeah.
nila itapon sa kung saan-saan. So, maganda talaga. Kumanta ka, sumayaw ka.
Kaya mo yan, girl! Kaya mo yan!
Yeah.
Yung sa
I
ano,
love
no?
that idea.
Sobrang important din na, kasi people usually say that you need to stick to a niche, pero depende talaga what works for you.
Yeah.
Like, hindi talaga siya one size fits all.
Yeah.
Diba? So, like, what do you do naman when you're not dancing, singing, or writing your songs?
Gathering inspiration. In general, I would watch movies or because I love spending time alone. As much as I would love to project myself in my audience or like meeting people or like entertaining them, gusto ko pa rin mabalance yung sarili ko na I'm taking my time. So I read or I watch something or I just let myself be lazy for a day and then do some things tomorrow. So yun, parang reset lang siya na parang, you've exerted energy, I need this rest. Ganun.
Kasi rest is productive din eh. Yung parang pag, may times na parang you don't wanna do anything. Lalo na kapag sobrang stressful din ng ano. Kasi di ba ngayon you're taking up what? What course?
I'm taking up BA English language. It's more on leaning onto linguistics.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, I can't wrong gramming here. I will not.
No.
I very best.
No. It's okay. I'm actually, okay lang. As long as I can understand. So.
Okay, I'll try my best to make you understand
Oh,
So, was there anyone who was a naysayer sa chosen mong career? Kasi, di ba, the music industry, now that you're signed, di ba, sa Universal Records, there are people who's gonna tell you that yung hindi ka pa yung hindi ka pa sikat, yung hindi ka pa nagkakaroon ng established platform, may nagsasabi ba sa'yo na, ay, bakit ka nagaganyan? There's no future sa mga content creation or whatnot, or content creation is saturated na, stuff like that. And how did you handle that?
I guess I would say that I'm fortunate enough to not have an actual conversation with someone saying, no, that's not, yung parang, it's not really reliable. I think so rare people can like succeed in that kind of profession, if ever. But I guess you know how people have a tendency to say something, but there's something behind what they're saying. Parang ganon. It's some type of ambiguity na parang sinabi nila, just go there. They're giving you support, but at the same time, you know that it's temporary, I guess. Na parang you're good at it, but they're not really foreseeing you. Pag ganon. Parang ganon. No, it's more of a feeling than more of like a tangible thing na sasabihin nila sa'yo. So parang nafe-feel mo lang na parang okay, I think meron pa ako dapat na ibuga so that people would actually say na I have a chance here. Pero other than that, wala talaga, like verbal wise. Fortunately lang talaga.
How do you handle yung mga taong passive-aggressive in terms of that?
I mirror. I guess I would mirror them. Like, if you're that, fine. I'll be that too. Because, well, I cannot cater anyone.
I love it, Palaban girl. I love it. Okay, tama yun, guys. You need to stand up for yourself. Huwag kayong masyadong mabait. Because if you're too nice, parang people have this capacity of like stepping over you eh. Lalo na pag passive-aggressive, I think you need to confront them. Kasi if you don't confront them, parang feeling nila okay lang eh.
Pero depende din sa situation. Kasi ako talaga, I'm too nice. And my mom would describe me as too nice. You're too nice. Yeah, my mom was like, because my mom is super, parang siya dragon.
Ikaw yung balance. Ikaw yung yin sa yang niya, girl.
Yeah. She's like, no, why did you do that? Why would, she's like judging me, like, I can't. But, I'm still learning. Pero I would still consider myself as too nice, I guess. But yeah, I'm still overcoming that.
Yung ganong face.
Yeah.
So, you really need to you really need to also know how to manage and handle people. Kasi if not, it would be harder for you na to, like especially when you're trying to like make it big on TikTok, maraming tao na who will potentially take advantage of you or people who will say mean things to you. So kailangan mo rin to stand up for yourself in those rare
Yeah.
cases. So you're really lucky then na hindi ka sinabihan ng ganun. Kasi yung iba parang nadidishearten sila sa mga ganong situations and ganong sinasabi or like thoughts ng ibang tao.
You know, that's also one thing na parang my mom also taught me to not take everything personally. Na parang,
I love that.
yeah, na parang, if you're hurt, think again. Why are you hurt? It's because ganito, ganyan. And then assess if that's a small thing or a big thing. So parang doon mo ma-realize na, okay, you're being a little bit egotistical na parang you're hurt agad na ano. But then at the same time, balance lang. Parang ganun.
I love it. Self-awareness.
Yeah.
Self-awareness din in everything, no? That's
Yes,
really helpful talaga to balance out yung criticisms ng ibang tao. So, let's go to songwriting naman. Because like, take us through how did you become yung Universal Records and how did you come up with your first single? Walk us through that.
It's I would say it's something na I was dreaming talaga ever since. I guess it was a dream, pero it wasn't a dream that I would want to pursue. It's something that I would casually think about. And ngayon nga, na-realize ko na I think I was low-key manifesting this.
Yeah.
Na parang, I'm not worried, but I'm not excited at the same time. Yung parang, kasi my song, actually before I was a dancer and like some content creator on TikTok, I was actually a local artist na.
Oh,
Yeah.
indie? You're an indie artist or like?
Yeah, parang artist lang ako na parang I just write songs. Pero I wouldn't consider myself as an artist. Like I just do art. Parang ganon. And it started during my teenage years, around 16. I started writing songs and ganyan. And then when I progressed to senior high, that's when my professors parang kinonvince nila, make a YouTube channel. Your originals are really good because I produce everything. Like I create my own music. I produce, I compose, I arrange, I even perform, and write them on my own. And so parang my professors were like starting to get really interested sa ginagawa ko, and they kind of convinced me in doing that, as well as my classmates. And then I started performing now in school. And then when I did TikTok, I think people took notice of my random content, like super organic content. Marinig mo pa yung mga chickens, yung lahat sobrang organic talaga. And then, nandun ata yung link ng YouTube ko. Tapos doon na nila na-discover yung original music ko until people have also noticed it. And tuloy-tuloy na lang siya.
Okay.
Parang ganon,
So parang
yeah.
sa organic content talaga. So I
Yeah.
think for artists then, you don't need to produce yung content na sobrang teenage mo talaga, di ba? Kasi parang you can just let out your creativity para parang marami din kasing chances you don't know which content will go viral eh. I think yun din yung
I guess sa akin lang talaga is I don't care. I don't care how people are gonna think of this. I'm just gonna post it because I like it. Because for me, first of all, if you're gonna post something, you have to make sure that you like it first.
Yeah.
Nasa sa'yo talaga yung judgment.
Yeah.
Na ano muna. So parang go. Until may nakapansin na lang talaga. I was just really low-key manifesting lang. Pero I wasn't really pressured na parang people have to like this.
Yeah.
I don't have that mindset.
Kailangan din like be free lang din.
Yeah, relax and just do what you love and your time will come. Like, yun lang, in God's perfect timing.
Yan. So, kailangan chill and wag kayong ma-pressure din.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. Just do what you want without hurting anyone. And
exactly.
Then, love that. So, paano ka nag-start ng singing, songwriting, and dancing? Was it something that you knew right off the bat? Or did you have to learn it along the way? And paano mo na pag-desisyonan na this is really for you? Walk us through your decision-making process.
I would say, first of all, I'm a very indecisive person. I'm just gonna put myself out there. I'm a very indecisive person. And in terms of my art, I just really think na parang I want to give it a try because I really love art. I really love all forms of art. Except man sa painting. Wala talagang talent sa pag-draw. Wala talaga. Trinay ko yun before pero talaga hindi ako talaga makakuha ng confidence doon. But anyways, yun nga na parang I just did it. And I just felt na I have a sense of rhythm. And actually in dancing ko, it just really started on TikTok. I had no training. I had no anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Girl, kala ko dancer ka!
Oh, I'm not a dancer. I'm a TikTok dancer, but I'm not a dancer.
What? Kasi like, you're bouncy when you're dancing.
I guess I'm listening to my body. Does that make sense? Na parang, this movement feels a little, okay, comfortable ako sa movement na to, so I'm gonna do this. Pero if I feel like, yeah, parang ganun lang, feel lang, feel. Hindi ko talaga ma-explain, pero ganun din sa songwriting na parang, nagsusulat ako, and then, I try to put melody on it. If I feel like, hindi ko siya, parang ganun lang, lang siya, trial and error lang, hanggang sa, I was starting to learn on my own. And then, yun na parang, okay, I think I have this belief na, I think I can do this. Parang ganon.
So parang by ear lang talaga, everything?
Everything by ear, by visualizing it in my head, I guess.
Girl, trinay ko naman eh. Bakit bakit yung meron? Tayo? Visualization yan. So, paano yung visualization mo, girl? Tulungan mo kami. Paano yung step-by-step process?
It's so weird how I'm actually explaining this, but in terms of dancing ba? Or
like art making talaga.
In terms of art, I'm just always in my head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I'm so aloof. Tapos, sobrang ina-isolate ko lang talaga yung sarili ko. And sobrang ginajudge ko yung sarili ko. Pero in a way na parang, there's good judgment, there's bad judgment. Parang ganun. Kasi I always spend my time alone. And I got viral during the pandemic. So like, lahat talaga ng tao nasa bahay nila. Ako, nasa bahay lang din ako. And kung ano-ano na ginagawa ko, na-explore ko talaga yung sarili ko. And then, literally, I would also talk to myself. Like, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would do that. So parang lahat na lang ng kawirduhan na gawa ko nasa bahay. Nag-experiment talaga ako. Sumayaw ako. Tapos lahat siya in the middle of the night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dun talaga yung time for creativity, no?
Yeah, it's
like
parang the artist's hour. Parang ganun.
Usually that's the time na I usually draw or create my like ideas sa midnight, girl. Kahit pag nag-film ng content, hindi ko siya kayang gawin in the morning. Or like, dapat...
I think it's because you're aware that no one is like around, or like your brain is set na parang everyone is sleeping, you're the only person awake. This is your time to shine. Parang ganun ang feeling.
Yeah. And yung siguro yung yung silence. Alam mo, sobrang still talaga ng tapos parang yung ideas mo nagsisurge, so you're just free to do like whatever you want.
Yeah.
Or to dance, to write, to sing, kung ano mang gusto mo dyan.
Yeah.
Tito Boy at Bunda at sa midnight.
It's like yung parang when you know that you can hear nothing, you can hear everything.
Yeah.
Parang ganon.
I love that.
Yeah.
Grabe yung metaphor na yon. I love that.
Yeah.
Listening. And sharp listening. Oh.
Yes.
So like, nawala na ako sa questions ko. For your process of songwriting, which comes first sa'yo? Is it melody then lyrics, or is it the other way around?
It's so random. Like, my art is random. May times na yun nga na pagpapasok ko sa banyo, maliligo ako, sobrang silensyo. Tapos biglang may kakantahin nila ako. Sabi ko, I like this melody, and then I would record myself sa phone. Yeah. Kasi yung phone ko parati ko dinadala sa banyo kasi yun nga, wala lang. Ano lang, as in talaga kahit saan. So, landyan lang yung headphones ko, ganyan. And may times na sa banyo talaga nangyayari lahat. So weird. Minsan, nakarinig ako ng sound sa head ko and then I'll try to sing it. And then I'll do a voice memo. Tapos, may times naman din na parang I read something the other day, and then the following day I would come up with an idea, and then I would type it down or write it down. Parang ganon. It's sa notes ko nga sa phone ko, I have this folder called Shards of Thought.
Okay.
Yeah. So parang kahit phrases yan or word lang or basta something that I find interesting, I put it down.
Mhm.
Kahit sa melodies and everything, nakakompile lang siya. And then kapag wala akong ginagawa, isa-isahin ko lang siya. Parang ganun. Ganun lang siya.
So like, kino-compile mo? Next time, guys, kapag ka-artist kayo, magdala din kayo ng phone sa banyo. Doon niya ilalagay yung
sa banyo, ng ballpen, ng paper. As in.
Nandun lahat, no? Para maging comfortable talaga kayo mag-create ng ideas.
Yes.
So like, whenever you release your music naman, like, how do you filter criticism? Kasi di ba you're signed under a record? Like, paano mo nalalaman na this is constructive or this is destructive? Whenever people share their thoughts or opinions about your work, how do you not take it personally?
As a woman, I'm very emotional, first of all. And I really, really do my best to not take things talaga personally, no matter how much you want to take it personally. Yeah. Kasi, kumbaga, ang iniisip ko na lang din, people literally took time. They gave time to you na parang ma-comment nila yon or like maipanood nila yung music mo or mapakinggan nila, ganon. And so, dun pa lang, dun ko na-express yung appreciation ko sa kanila. And the fact that nag-leave sila ng comment na ganon, I would usually take time to it para ma-distinguish ko whether it's constructive or destructive. And it really depends on how I think beforehand, before na-post yun. And then, kapag may nag-comments na, may magkakaroon ng similarity sa kung anong ginudge ko sa sarili ko, sinabi nila. So I think I would consider that as constructive. But then, the destructive part, it's either I find it interesting or it's just someone that came across lang na parang they said that. Parang ganun. Yeah.
Yung iba rin kasi, they have so much to say, pero di ka naman nila kilala din. Yun din yung difficult part about it eh.
Very difficult, yes. Pero yun nga, na as much as possible, I limit myself from comments and everything. Kaya ganun. Kasi it's very destructive din sa mental health. Ganon.
Yes. So, paano pag like, how do you handle yung criticisms that sticks in your mind? Kasi may mga criticism na you can let it slide lang na, okay, nakita ko na to, wala na bang iba? Pero may criticism na, hoy, below the belt na yan na. How do you handle those?
I journal. I do everything that I think na hindi makaka-apekto sa tao na makaka-help sa akin. Kasi sometimes, if napupunta tayo sa destructive part where kapag nasaktan tayo, we're gonna use our platform to project our emotions towards it. But then, yun nga, you always go back to the reason why you're doing that. Yun yung din sabi ng mom ko nga na, don't take things personally. If you think that it's affecting you, think again. Parang gano'n. Always think twice, thrice, kahit ilang beses pa yan, kahit overthink ka pa yan. If it comes to a point na nag-overthink ka, sleep it off, wake up, think about it again. And then eventually, mapapagod na lang yung brain mo kakaisip nun. I let it go.
Oo nga, too nice ka, girl. Dapat barda bulan na yan, girl.
Oh, di ba?
Sleep it twice. Barda bulan na agad.
Oo.
Too nice ka nga, girl.
When it comes to my platform talaga, I'm very nice. I'm very careful. Kasi, you say something sa media, it's gonna be there forever.
Yeah.
Kaya yun, I always keep that in mind. So if I think na parang yung sasabihin ko it's gonna benefit people, then that's the time I'm gonna say something.
Yeah.
Parang ganon. You're always gonna think about how you serve others with what you're saying, because you have the influence and you're in charge of what you say. So yun.
I love that. Sobrang mabait talaga si Camry, guys. Hindi siya nakikipagbardagulan. Siya yung last person na,
If in need, if it's really really needed, which rarely happens.
So,
I don't know.
Siya yung buffer state natin. Siya yung taga-buffer ng, wait, siya yung neutral ground kapag may bardagulan na. Sige.
Referee. Ako yung referee.
Next time, pag may nakabarda ako, tawagan kita, girl. Ano ko? Gilan mo ako. Next time. So, in terms of women empowerment na naman, in pursuing art or songwriting or, like dancing, how did content creation build your confidence as an artist? Did it help?
Absolutely. Positive reinforcement talaga is something that is very powerful, especially sa mga content creators. And for me, you just have to find the balance lang doon. So, sometimes, yun nga yung kinoconsider ko din yung mga comments na parang medyo alanganin sa'yo. Pero, ang important lang talaga sa akin is I focus on the people who I think that believe in me. And doon talaga nag-radiate yung confidence mo and you know that they support you. And doon eventually you're not gonna mind anyone's business na you're doing your own stuff and you know that you're making others happy. And gano'n na focus lang on who believes in you.
Yeah, because when you're a content creator, when people are supporting you, they're genuine supporters. Like, they'll really support you. And some would even, like, defend you kapag kailangan, di ba? And I love that. Sobrang
I'm very, very grateful for the people who just, takes time to even do that. Kasi, alam mo ba, yung parang mahalaga din kasi sa akin yung time na parang, I don't have time for this. So, parang, mayroon kasi akong ugali na parang, if I know this isn't worth it, I'm not gonna put time to it. And the fact na ganun mag-put ng time yung tao sa'yo, I'm very, very grateful. And yun nga, sobrang appreciative ko lang.
Salamat, sinayag yun. kung kahit sa mean comments, no? Kasi they take time din eh.
Yeah, time is gold and you literally had time to do that on my platform.
Yeah. So were there like people who were kind of below the belt or medyo bastos yung comments? How do you handle those, yung mga ganun?
I don't give time to handle them. Sometimes kasi, alam mo ba, recently ko lang discover na people would actually like say mean things to you para lang magpapansin sa'yo. Like yun yung goal nila. So parang, yeah, ngayon ko lang talaga yan na-discover kasi nung may pinatulan ako before na comment, hindi pa nga siya masyadong harsh, pero yun nga, na parang pinatulan ko para hindi na siya maulit. Yun yung goal ko, para hindi na siya maulit. Tapos yung reply niya, ay, na-notice na ako. And I'm like, yun talaga ba yung goal mo? Parang magsasabi ka ng masama para mapansin kita? Na parang ganun, hindi ko yung maintindihan.
Hindi ko yung mag-grasp, girl.
As in.
Ang labo din yung iba eh. Pero feeling ko minsan, yung mga ganun, parang hindi ko sila pinaniniwalaan. Kasi like, why would you even do that? Like, why would you say something mean or para mapansin ka? Like, who does that? Diba? Yeah. Like, that's the worst way para maalala ka ng content creator.
Yeah, that's something that I really don't understand sometimes sa mga tao.
Right? What? Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Weird talaga. So, like, in what ways do you think, this is the next question, by the way, can art empower women?
There's a lot of varieties art can empower women. Yeah, in terms of my dancing, I guess I would say that's very powerful kasi it captivates people and it brings out that positivity na sometimes nga na-appreciate ko sa ibang tao kasi even if like you're literally doing nothing, they're gonna be very appreciative with what you're doing. And most especially yung mga grateful pa ako most especially sa mga babae na they have witnessed for example my fitness journey. And and they've been like asking for a routine pero hindi ko pa siya post. But anyways, yun nga na just by watching me or like nasusubaybayan lang nila ako sa TikTok and sa iba kong platforms, makita lang nila yung image ko, yung figure ko, how I project myself, namomotivate sila, and sobrang malaking responsibility din yan sa akin kasi kumbaga isa ako sa mga nakaka-inspire sa kanila, and therefore parang I have this obligation na yes, this is something that I think especially women that I can help with, na you can do stuff na kahit hindi mo naman kailangan put too much effort in it, na parang yun nga na so parang feeling mo hindi ka nag-effort but at the same time you're showing progress, parang ganon. I think by just showing up for myself and just nakikita kasi nila na hindi talaga ako masyadong, kasi sobrang mahihain ko din, na parang hindi ako masyadong nagpapatol talaga sa mga haters or bashers, ganyan. Kasi I always focus on the people that believe in me. And I wanna keep on, become a motivator sa kanila in any way. Like, nasa part na siya ng passion ko na, if I can, you guys can. Parang ganon. I think that's my way of empowering women most especially. Yung parang, you don't give a damn to anyone. Kasi, and very constant lang kasi talaga yung content ko where I put my phone somewhere and then I dance. Wala akong kasama and parang wala akong kakulab kasi sobrang mahihain ko din. Kaya yun. Sobrang isolated ko talaga.
Na person? So would you say that you're an introvert or an ambivert?
I guess I would say that I'm an ambivert, but I'm more of leaning towards introvert. Parang ganon.
Okay. Balik ka tayo, girl. Ambivert din ako, pero 51% extroverted. I took a test.
Really?
Yeah. Medyo madaldal kasi ako din.
Madaldal din ako, pero hindi ko talaga magets kung bakit sobrang like biglang nasa shell, tapos biglang, this is me.
Burst of energy talaga, no, girl?
Sobrang spurts lang talaga siya ng energy. Yeah.
So, like, how do you handle naman yung pressure na parang to be like a good influence? Kasi syempre, ibang level din yun, girl, eh. Because like, you have a platform, people, kung ano sabihin mo, kung anong gawin mo, people can follow you.
Yeah.
Na hindi mo naman intention yun.
Yun nga, I always keep in mind to always think about a lot of things. And that's why I became an overthinker. Kasi, sometimes may advantage din yung pagiging overthinker kasi then you become very analytical of things. So yun, if I am about to spread a message, ganyan, it takes weeks for me to actually post the video. Minsan nga, minsan, ang ginagawa ko, I film something, and then I play it over and over again. I would watch myself. I would judge myself. And then, parang weird lang. I think I find it weird na parang nakikipag-debate ako sa sarili ko. Parang ganon. And then, hanggang sa makakuha na ako ng courage na parang, sige, I feel like people will always have opinions, ganyan, I'll post it. Just think it over and over, parang ganon, para maano mo yung pressure. Kasi sometimes, I always ask myself why. Like, why are you feeling the pressure? And then I answer them on my own. Tapos, and then I question those answers again. Parang ganon ako mag-isip. So, sobrang grabe scattered brain ko talaga.
Hindi, helpful din yung why questions, Like, ginagamit talaga siya for, like, if you wanna analyze anything, yung parang do why questions until you get to the bottom of your emotions. Parang, why am I
Yes.
feeling this way? Tapos yung answer doon, you create another question, another
Yeah.
why question for that.
Think about what you're thinking. Parang ganon.
I love that. Sobrang helpful niya talaga in any shape or form sa before you do anything, before you make a decision, or whenever you feel insecure.
Yeah. Kasi frustrating yung parang you don't have an answer for yourself. You're just feeling that way. I think it's very stagnant. And most especially, you're going to be prone to that type of toxic cycle with yourself. Na parang
I agree.
iniinda mo eh. So you have
Yeah.
to face it. Parang ganon.
Yeah. So like, this is gonna be our last question. What advice can you give to young girls who are afraid to start their own passion in the arts, knowing that it's still considered as a lucrative industry here in the Philippines?
We've talked about it. Ask yourself why.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have a self-reflection. If you want this, if you want what you're doing, ask yourself why may mga, sa tingin mo, mga barriers na parang nakakahinder sa'yo. You know, always self-assess, ganyan. And then eventually, eventually your brain gets tired of having that kind of self-debate. And then you do it. Kasi that's the first, it's a feeling kasi. It's really a feeling. It's an intuitive feeling. You have it in your gut.
Yeah. Sobrang love that. So thank you so much, Camry, for guesting in our podcast, Stories About You and Me. Is there anything that you'd like to promote?
I have my latest single, Palms of Two Sinners, available now on all of my music platforms. And you guys can also follow me on TikTok, Camry, my Twitter, Camry B, Instagram, Camry B, Facebook, Camry, and my YouTube and Spotify, Camry.
Thank you, Camry. Oh, do you have vlogs na?
I do story vlogs.
Oh, okay.
I would promote usually I would promote my IG kasi dun sa stories ako muna nagvo-vlog. I guess for me, wala pa ako masyadong confidence to actually post a permanent vlog.
Somebody was asking that dun sa IG stories. Sabi
Really?
Tag ko na lang dun sa dulong part. Yeah, they were asking
Oh.
kung meron ka na daw vlogs sa YouTube if you're planning to like make your own vlogs na.
I would love to. Yeah, hanggang planning pa lang siya.
Oh, yun guys.
Yes, there is a possibility kasi madaldal na ako sa stories ko.
So wala na. Pawala na ang shy era ni Camry.
Yeah,
Oh,
still
hintay
overcoming.
na lang.
Yeah.
Thank you, Camry, for visiting this episode. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you.
That's all there is to say about this week's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get updates about our guest for next week's stories and insights. Or you can also join our Facebook group, Stories About You and Me, a podcast by Two Chic. You can find the link in this episode's caption. I'll talk to you again next week. Bye!